Hey guys, welcome back. I know I haven't posted, I think normally posted one video. Man, I wanted to do so many videos. I just life happened and I have not been able. I totally forgot about this channel. Um so there's a lot of catching up to do. I want to give a shout out to I want to give a shout out to Greg from the Trimble uh, forum. He reached out to me and we talked about these Accubid Anywhere reports, and it finally reminded me, man, I need to catch up on these videos. And I do want to, I just logged in. I did notice that there was a couple of people asking if I was asking me to make more and if I was going to make more. And that was about a year ago. So I'm really sorry. I'm really late. Probably guys are experts by now, but there's always like there's always room to learn. I know I still learning this software. Thank you, MSTR Lucky. You know, for your pointers about increasing the volume. I think now I got the volume correct. I think you shouldn't be able to. You should be able to hear me more clearly, and you shouldn't be able to hear my keyboard. Um, but let's get this started. I'm gonna try to make a video every week. The first series are gonna be over this Accubid Anywhere report. I'm also gonna take suggestions if you guys want me to show you how to do some assemblies, some specs. Um, I'll take those ideas, and if not, I'm just gonna whatever comes to mind. I really don't have an outline, even for this video. I don't have an outline. I'm just gonna try to share a few pointers that I learned that took me hours and hours to learn, and I hope you guys I can save you some time on some of this stuff. Um, so let's get started. We're gonna start with the Accubid Anywhere Report Center. Like I said, there is no outline. I am just gonna start just showing you the basics that I learned using this program. And there's a lot of advanced stuff, and of course, there is not much documentation from Trimble. They got some videos, but they don't show you, they don't explain to you how the inner works of this report center works. And let's break it down. Maybe we can learn together. If you guys see that I may say something wrong, please correct me. I'm always learning. So what I wanted to do for this video, I'm gonna keep it a little bit short. Because I know this can get very long. I'll start out by saying if you're gonna do a report, it's better to just copy an existing report, um, and one that kind of you just have to modify, um, not as much. But I will take it up as a challenge. If you guys have a report that is not an Accubid and it's totally different, I'll take that challenge and we can learn together. We can put it together, and yeah. So let's start with something. Like I said, you may not know, but you can create a new report here. I'm gonna create a new report. I'm gonna call it an estimate. This is from scratch. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and call it test job 8/22/26. So this is from scratch, and this is how it looks like. Now the problem with this that I've learned is, um, I don't think Let's go do a quick test here. I am going to go to project, and I want to do the create date. If I drop it down, drop it up here, we should be able to see it. I'm gonna do a print preview. Pick one of the sample projects that comes with Accubid. Let's do commercial, the TI. Um, I know. Let's see. This one has one. I'm gonna press OK. Oh, I selected both of them. I need to select just one. Let's do the default. Okay. So you see that there should be a date up here because this is where I put the project create date, something simple that doesn't take much. So when I did it from scratch, what happens is um, there is, let me get to the report. The ACC report is the main report. The data source, everything looks good. It has the data source as the project data, report center project data. um, it has the ACC report data set UI1, but for some reason it does not connect to the data. It's broken, so you can't use just a new report and start from scratch. The closest you can get to starting from scratch, I'm gonna show you how to do this. It's actually gonna open one. I'm gonna pick the very first one, the EST audit trail detailed. I'm gonna press OK. Is to start off with one that comes from Trimble out of the box per se, um, out of the box because the data source will work. So I'm gonna go ahead and so I have this open. I do not want to edit anything out of the box. I want to create my own copy. So I'm gonna go ahead and put save as. Um, I'm gonna do an estimate and I'm gonna call it test job test report 822.26. So you got the report explorer here, and you also got the visual. I guess we call it the excuse me, the canvas. I'll call it the canvas. You can select and press delete in here. See that some stuff won't be able to get deleted, right? I'm gonna delete that. So now this is my default from scratch, right? I'm gonna go ahead and click save. And sometimes it glitches out. So I want to make sure I did not lose my data source by just doing a simple created date and doing print preview. Oh, we lost it. Okay. So I wonder if the glitch is from if I delete it from the canvas. I forgot where it comes from. So what I'm gonna do is just save as estimate, test report 822.26. Oh, we already have one. Call it new. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is gonna delete it from here on my Report Explorer panel. So let's delete anything that can get off. That one doesn't delete. I'm pressing the delete button just in case you guys don't know. I'm gonna hit save, and I'm gonna make sure my field list is still working. Create date. Okay, so this one maintained is connection. So I'm thinking that is the glitch. If you delete it from the canvas for some reason, it may it may be that glitch. It may be just random, right? So now I know that I have a good template from scratch, if you will. So I'm gonna keep this up here just for my sanity because I want to make sure we're still connected to it. So I'm gonna show you. I guess we can start out by looking at your most important panels, right? Of course, you got your ribbon, your print preview. You got these tools up here. I don't really use any of these unless I'm changing the text to the size or saving and opening, or don't even use the new report. Don't even use that. You got this panel here for tools, labels, check boxes, picture boxes, anything that is visual. It also has sub reports, PDF contents, page info. blah blah blah, all that. I don't. The only thing I use from here is usually text and the table and picture box. I don't really use. Um, but anyways, you can get creative with this. Then you have your field list, and I like to keep those. You can separate these two windows just by dragging it out, but I'm used to just having those in tabs. So I got my report explorer. This is actually the items that exist in the report. Um, what's here is you're actually gonna see over here as well in the canvas. And then you got your properties as well down here and your field list. This is the field list that you can click from our project data. As you can see from the client estimate management branch, the address, anything you want from that you can get from the estimate. And this is the properties of your report here. For example, I got a, I'll show you what that is here in a second. Okay, so we start from scratch. I want to create a quick project. I'm gonna show you how the data comes in. So I'm not even gonna make any headers, nothing. I just want to bring the extension in. So what I'm gonna do is you can get to the next window by either clicking on the canvas on this gear and going into edit and reorder bands, or you can do it. My favorite way is right clicking on here on the one of the reports here. Now you can't delete this report. This is the report that it has to have one report in there. That's the main. I call this the main report. I go edit and reorder bands. Now there's a glitch here that they haven't fixed. It's kind of annoying, but I like this window better. The only problem is every time you open it, you're gonna have to resize it because it resizes itself. It does not. The size of the window does not stay in the memory of Windows. So, um, what I like to show you here, if I go to add, you can do sub bands. I'm not too sure. I don't remember what that one does. If you go to band, you can see different icons, right? You can see the report header has a different icon. The page header has a different icon. The group header has a different icon. You see that those have different icons. Vertical bands, I think I did one report one time that had a vertical band. I think the only difference is, of course, horizontal versus vertical. So it works the same way as the bands. Then you got your insert your detail reports. Now this is the ones that actually bring in the data that you want to show. So since I'm not doing any right now, I'll come back to doing a group header, but but right now I just want to show you how to bring data real quick, show you how it works, basically how the other reports work. So I'm gonna go in here and put project. So every time you add a report inside a report, it's going to follow the same tree. Let me see if I can show you that at the same time here. Because we're gonna create a quick extension. Well, I guess I do need to undock it so you guys can see. Oh, actually, I don't need to undock it. I can just open it a different way. Go over here and go to edit and reorder bands. Like I said, it's annoying. You have to resize this window every time, but I like it because I can see everything in here. So detail report. So it's saying that this data source is the project data. So we're over here, right? If I put another report, now I have more options, right? It's going down the tree. So now it has client estimate and management branch, and you can see over here client estimate, and then down here is managing branch. So what I'm gonna do is hit estimate because that's where I want to get um, my information. I put another report. I can do close out because that's where my extension is. I know it doesn't make sense, but that's where it's at. Extension item view, and that is the last one. Now I wanted to show you that I can do a tree like that. It goes from the project estimate, closeout. That's if you want a report that calls out at different levels, this is what you need. But let's say on this one, I'm not really gonna go that many levels. I just want to skip this, right? So what I'm gonna do is gonna delete those reports. I don't want them in here. I'm gonna leave the main report here. Um, and I'm going to, instead of go project estimate, I'm gonna go. By the way, if you click on that report, this is the detail that's in here, right? The report is right here, which says detail report, and you can see that square be drawn around it. You can either go back. There's two ways to change your data source. You can click on your. Let me move it over here because I like it on this side. Report, exploring, go to detail report, and then under your properties, you can change your data source, your data member here. Oops. Wow, this mouse is not letting me. Here we go. Close out, extension, item view. You can also go over here in this gearbox and change it as well right here. Also, you can do it on the edit and reorder as well, because it shows the same information as well, the data member, and this is what I want. Okay, so what do we want from the report? Let's say I want I'm gonna go to extension view. This is where I'm getting it. I'm gonna create, bring in the attributes, right? I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna go to item description and quantity. Let's say you're just doing a bill of material. Go to print preview. Let's see if this works. If we did everything right, it should work. Would you look at that? I have my attribute, my description, and then my quantity. Of course, it kind of looks like junk because we have not formatted it. Let's format it a little bit better. What we can do is kind of make this. Yeah. I want to share something real quick. I was too fast. Here, let's look at the preview again. You see how it's kind of not neatly done. You got all the spacing. That's because it drives. This is been driven by this. But if you move it up here, then you get a little more neater. Now you get, it's a little bit more neat. Yeah. All right. So let's say you want headers, because when you print it out, they're not going to be able to know if. And also, you see how, let's make it a little. Let's put the quantity all the way to the end and make description longer. Let's see how that looks. There we go. So now you have your quantities. Maybe it's a little too far. You can move it back to the next format it however you want it. Right now, if you want to do some headers, right? Usually, usually you start out with the headers first because that's. But I wanted to jump to this and show you how quickly you can pull information out using a detail report. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully it's not. You just go ahead and practice the same way I just created one. Just be careful not to override any out of the boxes. Make sure you do a save as, or if you want to, like I did, I can call this my you know, training or my template from scratch report. So one more thing I'm going to show you is let's put some headers on it, right? Technically, I can put it in this detail here, but we're going to do, let's do it correctly, a little bit more organized. Um, I am going to call this, I'm going to click on this and I'm going to call it a group header. Now, I don't remember. I think the group header, I can make it show every page, but let's look at it. Let's see here. I think he has print across bands. Repeat every page. Yes, we do want to do that because we have multiple pages. But here's where you can change your appearance in here. Make them change your font, anything that you want. Do text alignment. But for now, I'm going to leave it as it is. And if you ever wonder what you changed, anything you change is going to be bold black here. It's going to be bold, and you can see if I go back to my report, you can see that I changed this, I changed that, and I changed the name of it. And the band's collection, that means it has a report underneath. But let's go back. Okay, but back to my group header. So I am gonna do this. Is the easiest way is just make a table. And I'm gonna call this my attributes. Item description. And quantity. And just like the other band, I want to make sure I don't have any space. So now these are text, so they're always going to be static. But now they're going to line up, sort of. See, now you have this, right? So now watch this. It's not lining up, right? So I'm going to show you the way I do it is I'm going to delete these. And I want to kind of line this up where maybe like this. So the trick here is if you want to keep it all nice and neat, what I'm going to do is just um, select all these here. Oh, doesn't have a copy. I'm going to press Control C on my keyboard for copy. Come down here and paste it. So now it's identical. But the good thing is, you see on these cells, every time you click a cell, it's gonna have a gear here, so you can actually bind it to a data set here. So basically, I'm gonna do the same thing. Back to close out, extension view, and I am gonna click on attributes. And if you change the format, the summary is something different. We'll get into another time. Item description. Just go to project, estimate, close out, extension item view, and I am going to do the item description and then the quantity as well. All right, now let's see how we did. Now they lined up all really nice. Okay, so the quantity is kind of still a bit off, but this is what I like to do is now that I have the cells identical, I'm gonna click on this and click on shift. That way when I resize this one, they both resize without having to resize the other ones. Oh, That's another thing. Good thing. Oh, what happened to my mouse? Oh, there it goes. When you testing these reports, you can click this. There's no data changes in extension and close out since last preview. It's supposed to make it go faster. The preview, in my opinion, I don't really see any change, but it may work for you. So now, let's say you want to make it to have borders, right? So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and select all these. And if you go to the properties, let me see if I remember what these are at. I think it's in this little pencil icon here. Borders. You can select outside. I thought that was an option for. I think that's it. Sorry, I think that's it. Whoa, it's pretty dark. Yeah, let's see how it looks. And now you have your format as well. Okay, I think this is just basically the basics, basic data binding. Um, Trying to think what else I can show you, but I think this is it without getting into more detail. Believe that this will be a good starter. Where to start? Um, like I said, most of the time you're going to just go in here and find one that's close to what you need, and then you can edit it to your liking. But I'll make other videos on how to do a little bit more complex reports. It may take me a little while because I am just jumping back into this. I have not done it in over a year. So, um, anyways, my name's Omar. Feel free to drop a comment. Let me know. Send me a report. Hey, let's build. If you want me to create a report from scratch, just send it to me and we'll create it on the channel. Um, Even if it takes us a couple of videos, but we will do it. Or maybe I can just kind of build it and then put it all together in one video and just kind of do a step by step. Well, that's it. I'm gonna sign off. I wanted to keep it short, just coming back, just kind of getting my feet wet again. Apologize. I know I said I was gonna make more videos. I do want to make more videos. I want to share all my knowledge that I've learned in Accubid Anywhere with you guys. Uh, I may just if I don't get any recommendations from the next video, I'm going to do one for Report Center and one for Accubid Anywhere. What I can do, I just go back to the Trimble um, forum, and I just pick a couple of questions and that I find intriguing and that I think will help you guys out, and I'll make some videos on it. Sounds good. All right, signing off. See you guys next time.